We get ready for a Sunday rubber match in a windy Haymarket Park between the Oregon State Beavers and the Nebraska Cornhuskers on Big Ten Plus. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everyone. I'm Bobby Hessling alongside Trey Marler. Trey, let's talk about this series so far. Series rubber match today. Big win on Friday for Nebraska. First top 10 victory since 2023 against these Beavers.
Yeah, that Friday performance was what fans expected from Nebraska coming in to the season. They hit .333 with runners in scoring position and 3 home runs. That consistency at the plate is something they will need today if they want to steal this series here at home.
And then yesterday, the exact opposite of Friday. Big day for the Oregon State Bats, run ruling Nebraska 16-5 in the 7th inning.
Yeah, and how about Gavin Turley? 4 for 4 with 3 home runs, one of which being a grand slam. Oregon State, we know they can smoke the baseball, and they found their footing leading by Turley. Again, 4 for 4, 3 bombs to follow, one of which being a grand slam that really blew it open to extend the score to 10-1. That is something that Oregon State, we know they can smoke the baseball. 12 hits, 8 of them being home runs yesterday. If they have that consistency again at the plate today, they should be in full control here.
Let's talk pitching now. Jackson Brockett has been phenomenal this season for Nebraska, especially as a starter at home. On the other side, Ethan Kleinschmidt for Oregon State. He has been an all-star for this Beaver team.
Yeah, pair of southpaws going at it today, right, Bobby? When Nebraska baseball fans think of Jackson Brockett, they immediately go to that complete game no-hitter he threw in this park last season versus Kansas State. But this year, it's kind of more of an up-and-down year for Brockett. His best outing came early in the year when he went 6th inning against Grand Canyon. So he has the potential to go deep, and that's what Nebraska will need to find success this afternoon.
Nebraska-Oregon State series rubber match is next here on Big Ten Plus. Canham, the Oregon State manager, played with the Lincoln Salt Dogs in 2015, so you can consider this a bit of a homecoming for him. He also played with the Omaha Storm Chasers in 2013. He played with the Salt Dogs in 2015 before he started coaching and made his trip ending back up at Oregon State. He played at Oregon State. This is Riley Silva will lead us off in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch is called strike at 91 miles an hour. He was an All-American in 2007 with Oregon State. Played with the Storm Chasers in 2013. Played with the Salt Dogs in 2015. With the Salt Dogs in 74 games. Batted .282, .334. Silva lays down a bunt. This is going to be a tough play onto first. Flipped onto first. Got him. What a play by Kleinschmidt. A bit of a backhand from the glove. Just a little flip. Craig at the right spot makes the catch, and there's your first out. Heck of a defensive play by Kleinschmidt.
Heck of a defensive play. Heck of a bunt. Heads up. From the veteran pitcher, just didn't have time to flip it to his hand.
And they're going to look at it. There, it was a close play. They said they got Kleinschmidt. Now Silva immediately put his hands up to his ears, making the headphone motion, saying, "Go review it, go review it." And that's what they will do. Well, yeah, Canham, going back to his days with the Salt Dogs at this very ballpark, 282, 334, 376, 5 home runs and 32 RBIs in 74 games. Here's it slowed down, and ooh.
Real time, I thought the ball beat him there. If you slow it down here, it looks like Silva beats it by, get a better look here. You can't really see the ball in this one.
And remember, it's when the ball gets into the webbing of the glove. When it hits the webbing of the glove is when they're going to consider it secured and determine. That first look we had was probably the best look at it.
I think so, too. And again, in real time, I thought the flip from Kleinschmidt beat Silva. But looking back at it slowed down like that, as we'll get another look at it here as they're going to come out and give us
We're going to get our
the
call.
Official ruling.
They're going to say safe. So Silva is able to beat out the flip from Kleinschmidt. Still heck of an effort from Kleinschmidt to do that, to flip it. It's not an easy play to make by any means.
The only option in that moment, especially if you have a player with the speed like Silva. But again, great. But let's give credit where credit's due. Great bunt from Riley Silva right there in kind of no man's land. Well, the only option was for Kleinschmidt to flip it, and ultimately Riley Silva beats it for a infield single to start bottom of the 3rd.
And it's nothing on Craig of him crashing in. He's making the right play, but he is able to retreat. Kleinschmidt just can't get over fast enough as they check on Silva, and he got back in plenty of time.
Ultimately, just a really all-around clean baseball play. Nice bunt from Silva. Nice play from Kleinschmidt. Ultimately, Silva beats the flip.
First pitch to Josh Overbeek is going to have to wait as they check on Silva again. He got back. Silva has got some wheels. He's not afraid to steal any bases. 1 stolen base this season, but last year he was stealing bases left and right. Now the first pitch to Overbeek, swung on a miss for strike 1. 92 from Kleinschmidt.
Overbeek hitting .211 on the season. Had a pinch hit single late in the contest yesterday. Was a regular third baseman last year for Bolt and the Huskers.
Overbeek lays down a bunt. Kleinschmidt doesn't need to flip this one. It's just a regular throw on to first for out number 1. It advances Silva on to second and will put him in scoring position as Case Sanderson will come back up to the plate for his second at-bat. It's another smart baseball play, just advance the runner there. Maybe you think, hey, maybe we got a chance to make something happen, but you don't need to go over the top.
Top of your lineup coming up if you're in Nebraska. Nice play there. Nice heads up read there just from Overbeek. Just get the guy to say, get him in scoring position. Any means necessary.
And you just send it right back to the top of the lineup as well. First pitch to Case Sanderson is a called strike. Last time he was up, he got hit by a pitch to lead us off and led off the first inning. One away here in the bottom of the third. Silva at second, and Sanderson will wait on the pitch from Kleinschmidt. Lefty on lefty, swung on a miss. Heck of a slider, 81 miles an hour. You can see the way the ball moved. The horizontal movement of the baseball, that pitch just is fascinating to watch, and Sanderson is in an 0-2 hole.
If we can tell from up here, the movement on it, it's a pretty good pitch.
Sanderson into left field, that's a base hit. Silva around third, he's going to score, and Sanderson has an RBI single, giving Nebraska the lead right back, 2-1.
Beautiful hit and run there, 0-2 count on Sanderson. Just takes the pitch right where it was. Silva was on the move. Silva was headed for third, as you'll see right here, hit and run, taken the other way by Sanderson. Silva scores easily, and just like that, Nebraska responds with one of their own to retake the lead here in the third.
And again, that goes back to the bunt by Overbeek. You say, you know, let's just throw it over the top of the lineup and let's see what they can do. Let's put Silva in scoring position. They did that, and it makes it a 2-1 game following. And just Sanderson has to go the other way into left field. Easy hit. Makes it 2-1 Nebraska and brings up Caden Brumbaugh. First pitch to Brumbaugh is outside for a called ball. Now, if this ball gets grounded to second, I think Sanderson has learned his lesson and is probably going to slide into second base this time and not just run like a dead-on sprint.
I would expect some sort of movement out of the baseline.
Something along that, whether it's going down or whether it's going left or right.
And knowing the mindset of baseball players, it will probably be a little potentially overdone out of spite from the previous.
Just maybe. 1-1. Here it is. Right on to second, is caught on a line. Back over to first. Double play, and the inning is over. Sanderson just gets caught up there. Nothing he can do. Heck of a hit by Brumbaugh, but Singer, right place, right time, just sticks it out of the air, and that will bring us to the fourth inning. A run comes around to score, but that's it. It's 2-1 Nebraska on top of Oregon State here on Big Ten Plus.
And to take us the rest of the way is my partner, Bobby Hessling.
Thanks, Trey. Seventh inning can begin, and the first pitch to Gavin Turley from Caleb Clark is a called ball on the inside at 83 miles an hour. You just look at those numbers, that's insane. It was 6 home runs as a team compared to 5. That's unreal for Gavin Turley. He's already had a home run today. He's 1 of 2 today. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. 1-0, misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. There's not really an easy way to pitch to him because, you know, if you throw it in the zone, he can really hit it anywhere he wants to. And Nebraska has seen that on full display. 2 balls, no strikes. Clark delivers home, swing and a miss. Good pitch from Clark at 84 miles an hour for strike 1.
We talked about in May of last season, Gabe Swanson saying beach balls. I don't even, whatever's next up from a beach ball.
A yoga ball?
That's yoga? Oh, like the big colorful ones?
Yeah, like a big yoga ball.
Like a big yoga ball. That's what Turley's seeing here at Haymarket Park this weekend.
Not seeing a beach ball, he's seeing a full-blown yoga ball. And Haymarket Park is a hitter's park for sure, and the wind has been on the side of the hitters, consistently blowing out all weekend. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Clark delivers home to Turley. Call the ball. Just missed low. The count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Curious to see where Turley ends up going, because I would assume he gets drafted this season.
Stock's only on the rise, too. I mean, not only is he hitting.
3-2. Did he go around? He did not. It's ball 4 just outside from Caleb Clark, and the bat did not go that far around for a swing and a miss. And that is a leadoff walk for Gavin Turley.
Not only is Turley have 9 home runs this season, but he's hitting .351.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That OPS is clearly over 1,000. Brings up Cannon Reeder with leadoff runner aboard. Oregon State trying to rally a comeback and get a victory here and take the series home before they have to get on a flight and fly back to Corvallis. First pitch is bunted. It is going to be thrown down to first by Jeske for out number 1. It advances Turley on to second. The sacrifice bunt works out for Reeder and turns it over. Wilson Weber steps up with 1 on and 1 away.
Reeder just doing a job there. Went in, get the bunt done. Got a good jump off the bunt, too. Out in front of the plate, Jeske fielded it, just beat the center fielder.
If you're just joining us today, we started an hour late due to weather. It was a little cold, rainy, misty. They wanted to make sure the field was warm and dry enough, as the first pitch to Weber is a called ball. Nebraska starter Jackson Brockett went about 3 1/3 and was pulled due to what looked to be some discomfort. We don't really know, as he planted wrong and just kept throwing around, and it just didn't work out. Ended up being pulled for Casey Dice. Swing and a miss from Weber. Good pitch by Clark at 83 miles an hour, count even at a ball and a strike. Casey Dice has done a fine job. The Oregon State starter, Ethan Kleinschmidt, got hit around hard. This has been his worst start when you look at all the numbers to this point. 7 hits allowed, 6 runs allowed. It's the worst he's done all season, as the 1-1 drops into the zone for a called strike at 92 miles an hour. And he was then pulled, allowing all 6 runs that have gone to Nebraska have been placed onto him. There was a ball that came out of the bullpen. It was on the left field line, and they've gotten it and put it back in the dugout. 1-2, fouled off to the right side out of play, and we'll do it again for Wilson Weber. And Dice was able to hold down the fort as best he could. He turned it over to Caleb Clark, and Caleb Clark has allowed 1 run to this point. That's been all in his second inning of work. Clark, the lefty, sets and deals home the 1-2. It's outside. Count even 2 balls and 2 strikes. We were honestly thinking that today would be a bit of a pitching matchup more than a hitting matchup when you look at these 2 starters, Trey, but it's been the offenses for the most part. 2-2, Clark to Weber. Call the ball.
Yeah, once you get past the starting rotation, definitely pitching from the Oregon State side. I mean, Kleinschmidt's been dominant all season long. What Nebraska was able to do on him to the plate was impressive. But flipping over to Nebraska.
3-2, hit in the air deep into left field. Back at the track, at the wall. It is over the wall and a 2-run home run. We are tied at 6 at Haymarket Park.
Wilson Weber got the barrel to it and got it up in that wind that we were talking about all day, and he was able to just sneak it up over that left field 356 side. You can see a replay over here. Just got out in front of the baseball, got the barrel to it, and he knew it off the bat. And just like that, the Oregon State explosive offense we've been talking about delivers, and we are tied at 6 in the 7th.
And that was a pitch that he just read perfectly, and for a brief moment you don't know, is it out, is it going to be able to be brought back in by Nunez or not, and Nunez goes all the way back to the wall. It didn't matter. It goes over the wall, and this game is even at 6.
Jeske goes out to have a conversation with his pitcher, Clark, and talked about the offense coming in to the weekend. Oregon State's been dominant at the plate.
They're a top 10 team in the country for a reason, and we've seen why this series. You know, Friday night, I think, has been the only time that they did not really look like a top 10 team, especially pitching-wise. Offensively wasn't fully there, but that's kind of the beauty of baseball. And then we saw yesterday winning 16-5. Okay, yep, that's what we expected from a top 10 team. And looks like this will be a pitching change. So they bring Jeske out to talk to Clark to settle in Clark and make a pitching change, and out comes Will Bolt, and there will be indeed a pitching change. So Clark gives up a 2-run home run, and what should be a new pitcher in. Waiting at the gate, and now entering as Clark will leave, is going to be Luke Broderick, and he'll enter. We'll talk about him in just a minute. We'll take a break on Big Ten Plus, and we'll give you his numbers when we come back. 1-2 again. Talt at home plate. Into right field. That's a base hit. That's down the line. It's going to get into the corner. 1 run scores for the Beavers. Getting the stop sign at third is Singer, and it is an RBI double for Easton Talt. 7-6 Oregon State. New pitcher for Oregon State, Zach Edwards. He is a 6'2 freshman from Riverton, Utah, and he is a right-handed reliever. Here are his numbers.
Zach Edwards, 8th appearance this season, 4.7 ERA through 7 2/3. Edwards, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts. As he'll face off with Tyler Stone with the bases loaded and the go-ahead run on second base.
The tying run stands at third, and then as Trey said, the go-ahead run is standing at second. The bases are loaded. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. The first pitch to Tyler Stone is a called strike on the outside, Black at 100 miles an hour. Talk about a hard-throwing righty. We've got one on the hill.
On Friday night, Tyler Stone's first home run came on a pitch that was 96. He's known to hit the fast.
0-1 is down the line. That's a foul ball. It is a foul ball down the right field line, and he'll do it again. That was a 99. The count sits at no balls and 2 strikes. The shift is on as well.
Yeah, that double right fielder look that we talked about with the second baseman Singer playing shallow right, and the right fielder Easton Talt playing deep right. The first baseman Jacob Craig hugging that line.
Edwards is just throwing hard. No balls, 2 strikes to Stone. That is into center field. Will it drop? It will. 1 run will score. Here comes another. There will be no play at the plate. Sliding into third and getting there safely is Dylan Carey. Tyler Stone delivers, and it is 8-7 Nebraska on top of Oregon State.
In a moment when they've needed it most all weekend long, Tyler Stone has delivered. He got the scoring of the weekend open with that moonshot on Friday night. When yesterday was still a close game, he had a double into left center that scored a run, and without a doubt his biggest hit of the weekend comes with 2 strikes and 2 outs with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th as the Huskers retake the lead and respond just like they have all afternoon.
You want to talk about somebody delivering in a big moment? There's somebody delivering. They had Jeske in the on-deck circle. He has since been pulled off, and Nebraska will bring up a pinch hitter. Now the only question is, who is it going to be? And now they have their guy. 8-7, Tyler Stone delivers in a massive, massive moment. And in the 7th inning, where the first 2 outs were retired rather quickly, Nebraska has rallied off of 2 hit-by pitches, a walk, and then a 2-run RBI single back into center field. Max Butenbach is the pinch hitter.
Max Butenbach with a pinch hit single late in the game yesterday. Graduate of Lincoln Southeast, played high school baseball with Will Jeske here in town.
First pitch hit in the air into right field. Back of the track at the wall. It's over the wall and a 3-run home run. First pitch swinging for the pinch hitter is into the bullpen, and Nebraska's in front 11-7.
Cold off the bench. First pitch. Talt barely even moved. Max Butenbach, no doubter off the bat. And just like that, the bases go from loaded to empty, and Nebraska with a couple of huge insurance runs here in the bottom of the 7th off the pinch hit home run from the sophomore Max Butenbach.
Unbelievable.